says he's excited about running in the Busch Series and the Winston Cup. He's going to go all out and cover every race geographically if it's possible.
Hey, man just loves racing. What can you say?
Let's go. I'll say this. Let's go back up to Mike Joy in the booth.
Riding with Harvick, looking ahead at Jimmy Spencer as they lap past the 77 of Jason Rudd. And Harvick just keeping a close eye on Spencer and staying just kind of pacing him.
His car keeps looking better and better. The longer they run, the better it looks. He's staying on the bottom a little better than Jimmy's is, and I believe Harvick's got the better of the two cars right now.
What's going to be interesting, we're getting a few laps away from starting to catch a lot of lap traffic, and that's where a better car will definitely prevail.
Jeff Purvis has dropped a couple of spots as Scott Wimmer goes past. Purvis gave up a spot to Kenseth a lap ago.
Yeah, little Wimmer. I think he's going to be somebody we'll hear a lot about in the future. He's a young guy, stepped right up here into this Busch Series and has presented himself very well. Came out of ASA, won a couple of races there, and Bill Davis jumped all over him and put him in his car.
Well, Bill Davis is a fellow who has an eye for talent. Remember when he picked up a young kid named Jeff Gordon?
Yeah, you know, I think what he does, I think he was an ASA racer. Him and Mark Martin and that crowd. I believe he looks in there and he knows talent when he sees it from that series.
And his crew chief, Bob Barker, that's not the Price is Right, Bob Barker, we call him Booty. He was with Jeff Gordon for a lot of Jeff Gordon's wins, so he knows about getting around these racetracks. I think Matt Yoakum can tell us more about Scott Wimmer.
Well, speaking with Bill Davis several times this year, Larry, caution on the racetrack.
Go. Safe. Sorry.
Just an almost. Back to Matt.
Sorry,
Matt,
go ahead.
That's okay, guys. Speaking with Bill Davis, he's banking on this young man being a part of the Bill Davis Racing Organization for a long time. He says this young man is a real diamond in the rough. He showed great poise last year when he made his first Winston Cup start in Atlanta. They were talking about possibly filling him in the 22-car board. Burton couldn't go this weekend, but they chose Greg Sachs because he didn't want to throw Wimmer to the wolves, ruin his confidence. He's showing a lot of poise this season.
Pulling up on Hal Goodson there, and here's what we thought was going to bring out a caution.
I just knew this was a caution. Watch this. You don't usually save them down through here like this, sideways, got that old wobble in her, but he got it slowed up, caught it, and away he went.
Jamie McMurray in the 27 car hit by Tim Sauter in the 61.
And there's Goodson and Wimmer just barely working their way around there. Jimmy Spencer, whoa, threads the needle. Yeah, I mean, Larry Foyt and that the slow car of 49, Joe Busch.
Well, Harvick's car really goes through the middle of the corner right now. Gets good bite up off the corner.
Harvick's starting to look a little impatient, sitting back there behind the Spencer.
Here's that squeeze play. All right, everybody, out of my way, out of my way. I'm coming through.
I got to come through. I got Harvick right behind me.
That's right. So Jimmy Spencer continues to lead Kevin Harvick by just a couple of car lengths here at Richmond, where you're watching the NASCAR Busch Series on FX.
It's not just a new sign. It's a new Midas. Expanded services, new genuine Midas parts, a lifetime guarantee. We're more than mufflers. We're a new way to keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
It's about moving forward and not looking back. It's about designing the next generation of lawn tractors that not only cuts your lawn, but cuts it faster. Introducing the John Deere SST lawn tractor with spin steer technology. The only one to come with the technology to spin in place just by turning the wheel. The technology is so advanced, it actually cuts time.
Look, I just wanted to say a few things before you guys head out. Think back to when we first got together. Now think about all you've learned. That's what matters. Oh yeah, the only reason we're here tonight is to have as much fun as we have back at our own ring.
Please welcome Gentlemen's Hockey. Gentle Morton's proudly supports minor hockey across Canada.
inside the non-stop action on race weekend. Get inside the news and highlights. Get inside the teams, fans, and games. Only at the official site of NASCAR. NASCAR.com. America Online keyword NASCAR.
Millions of the world's children suffer from blindness and infection. With biotechnology, we can provide better nutrition to help relieve that suffering.
My crop could soon contain more vitamins and nutrients.
Biotechnology is developing ways to combat childhood diseases and offering the hope of more nutritious harvests. From medicine to agriculture, it's providing solutions to improve lives today and our world tomorrow.
Had to bring you the blimp's eye view. Great red, white, and green Fujifilm blimp.
I love overheads.
And even from that shot, you can see Jeff Green's brakes glowing.
Man, and it's the only car I see that they get that red. And it does it every time going down in the corner. I mean, it doesn't look like that. Can you tell anything about his brake ducts?
Well, I noticed how small they are, but it almost looks like you've actually got some black tape on part of them blocking them up, which again creates more front downforce. But boy, Jeff, that just don't look like very much brake cooling for Richmond, Virginia.
It doesn't, Larry, and one of my biggest concerns would be not just the brakes, but the beat of that Goodyear tire. You know you can't abuse that deal and get it melted down, because what's going to happen? Tell them, Darrell, what's going to happen when you blow that right front tire out?
You're going to say hello, wall.
Steve?
Well, guys, we've been listening to Jeff Green and crew chief Harold Holley for about 50 laps, and they haven't even mentioned the brakes. The only concern Jeff Green has right now is that he's loose from the center off, as he just saw him wiggle, but he has not said a word about those brakes as of yet.
I believe he must just have a really high gear in that car, and it makes the car really roll off into the corner. And the only thing you do is slow it down with the brakes.
Well, I was going to say, Richmond, I think people forget about the speed you carry getting in the corner, and you don't have that low gear that bogs you down when you back off the throttle getting in the corner. And I know Richmond, it was one of the toughest places we fought on brakes.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if I haven't noticed anybody else's brakes doing it.
No, nobody else is even close. Here's a close look at Mike Skinner there.
But if you notice, he's got a lot more brake cooling, the brakes.
Oh, trouble. Hal Goodson is one of two cars involved in turn two. I think Chad Little was the other. Excuse me, Jamie McMurray is the other.
Looks like he's going slow down the back there.
Oh, what a shame. The All-Pro champion trying to make his mark in Busch Series racing, and he's made a big mark, but it's on the turn two wall. A lot of damage.
And guess what I just saw? Now, you're not going to believe this. Jimmy Spencer slowed down so Mike McLaughlin, his friend from Talladega, could get a lap back.
So he must have forgot.
He forgot.
Okay.
No.
He did. You watch, I'm telling you.
Let's see what happened to Hal Goodson. Wow.
Man.
Like that
McMurray.
Jamie McMurray in the 27 car.
And guys, that is a hard lick. And that's too bad for Hal Goodson. He's a good guy. He runs the Hooters Cup a lot, and he runs some All-Pro. He runs a lot of different series. I hope he's okay.
A lot of damage to that car.
Yeah, he's moving around in the car, and he now owns a former Busch car.
Yeah, this is as far as I know, it's the first time he's run a Busch race. At least in quite some time.
Yep.
Well, he's getting out, so he's a tough guy.
And he's okay.
Is he all right? Yeah, I think I'm all right.
That was a hard hit.
It really was.
At turn two. Getting everything unhooked.
Well, you literally have to get out of the car and stand up before you're really sure, because it stuns you. Just like somebody walked up and busted you right in the gut real hard. Takes you that long before you know if you're all right or not. I think he's probably got a little more damage than he thinks he does.
Puts us under caution for the 5th time tonight. Pit road is closed for the time being.
I got to believe, Darrell, we're sitting on 90 laps to go, that when they do open pit road, our leaders are going to be on pit road. Most of our leaders was back on pit road at lap 80, which was roughly 80 laps ago. Matt Kenseth was on pit road at lap 112, which was about 50 laps ago. I believe they'll all come to pit road and get that final set of tires. They all could make it here the rest of the way on fuel for sure.
Well, you don't want to end up with a new set of tires in the pits. You'd like to have them on the car, but track position is mighty critical here.
Oh, absolutely.
89 laps to go. You think now might be a good time to come and get them.
22 cars on the lead lap. A lot of cars.
We're under caution. We'll be right back to Richmond on FX.
It's not just a new sign. It's a new Midas. Expanded services, new genuine Midas parts, a lifetime guarantee. We're more than mufflers. We're a new way to keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
Let's say I buy a satellite TV system from you. If I buy a separate receiver for each set, that could get pretty expensive.
Why would anyone want more than one television in their house?
We have cable TV, and additional outlets didn't cost much at all.
I don't think that's relevant.
Isn't it true that additional outlets with satellite TV can be much more expensive than cable TV?
People don't need more than one television in their house.
If you're thinking about satellite TV, you might want to think twice. Cable TV.
People have one refrigerator, one washing machine, one television.
Milk experts agree. Because 6 fluid ounces of milk go into every 100 grams, Cadbury milk chocolate tastes creamy because of the milk.
Canadians are getting a lot more mileage out of their cars and trucks. And we're doing our part. AC Delco, automotive parts you can count on, whatever you drive. Ask your service professional for AC Delco parts.
After almost 20 years, Tomos mopeds are back. Finally, fun and affordable transportation for all ages. So simple to operate, you don't even need a motorcycle license. Tomos mopeds are ideal for high school, college, and university students. The perfect vehicle for RVers and a great alternative to the bus. And with up to 120 miles per gallon, they're also a great way to fight rising fuel prices. Enjoy the freedom and independence of a Tomos moped today. Call or visit our website for the dealer nearest you.
Welcome back. We're under caution here in the Busch race after 164 laps. Jimmy Spencer, your leader. Kevin Harvick second, and Jeff Green currently running third. With Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers, we are trackside the first night race of the season for Busch Racing. And tomorrow night, you'll see the Pontiac Excitement 400, the first Winston Cup race. Mark Martin has the pole. But let's talk. We've seen a number of cautions. Let's talk about this last instance here and maybe what some of the drivers, the leaders, are going through right now in decisions between pitting and what's going to happen over the remainder of this race, Jeff.
Well, I think right now, Chris, what you're looking at is a situation of, hey, you got 90 laps to go. You need to come in and get that last set of tires, because a lot of times you don't get a caution flag late in the race. So you got to kind of figure the strategy, and when times are going to kind of wear out, guys will quit having these wrecks and then get down and sit down to some serious racing. And right now, the guy